Hi, I'm JenaeCreates. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget your pencil or any drawing utensils. Let's draw together. Hi everyone, I can't believe this is my very first video, so exciting. I'm Jenae, and on today's agenda we're doing 4 different drawings today. I drew your OC in my style. I'm in many Discord servers, so I kind of just asked people for requests. I got a lot more requests than expected, so there's definitely going to be a part 2 to this. At the end of the video, I'll show you how you can get your art drawn by me. Here's the upcoming 4 drawings of today. Anyways, on to the first OC. First OC is Kazuya or Kaz. She's 21 to 22 years old. She likes to mess with people, eat PB&Js, and she also likes the woods. I really don't draw masculine women like this, so this is going to be pretty fun. So the first OC I ended up drawing was Kaz. I do really like her character design. I really like how both of her eyes are different. I do have to say I did have a rough time trying to find my click for this character, or an idea to throw on my screen. But what really caught my eye is that she was really silly and likes to mess with people, even though she looks super duper scary. So my main idea was 2016 dab humor, which has its own sound and super iconic vibe. And from there, I didn't have much of a problem with the line art, which I'm not really doing the line art either right now. I'm still doing a thick, cleaned up sketch. I did have a really weird feeling about the lips I did, so don't be in love with it or stick with it, because I do end up changing her lips later. I did really enjoy the first phase of this drawing. I liked the rough sketch I did, though I'm not sure if I can proudly say I'm super duper proud of this drawing itself. Or I would still show it off, because any art piece I make, I should still be proud that I committed to. But I'm not sure if this would be my number 1 on my list. Now to base colors. Her skin tone, her skin tone, but also just her color palette is very, very desaturated, but in a saturated way. I don't know how to, explain it. But I really did enjoy coloring in her scars. Her scars were really, really fun. Another thing I really enjoyed about this character was her hair. Well, let's rephrase that. I don't really shade yellow hair very often, or a really orangey color like this, so it was definitely a change of pace. And I also don't usually draw scars, so I did get out of my comfort zone quite a bit. As you can see, I was trying to do her hair, and I kind of did a failed attempt at it a couple times, but I soon understand what I should do. Kind of. There was quite a bit of struggle on how to make the skin and the scars kind of look cohesive and coherent. I just feel like I feel like I did do it, but I also feel like I tried a little too hard to make her hair and her face really go together. And I feel like it didn't really work out as well as I really hoped it would. I don't know. I just had a really rough time with her hair and trying to make the whole art piece feel more cohesive and very go together. I was just seeing the line art is really bold on the hands that I should have probably made a little thinner, but the line art in the hair is very thin. I don't know. I just feel like I could have probably put more time into it. I spent about 2 hours on this painting. I could have probably put more thought into it, and I really regret not doing that. But I drew it, and I also chose to do little finishing touches, which I call its overpainting, which at least for me, overpainting is just throwing it on the canvas and trying to figure out what looks good and what doesn't. It's a trial and error kind of thing. Overall, I will have to say I'm proud of myself for pushing through and doing things like doing the scars and leaving my comfort zone. And that's Kaz. On to the next OC. The second OC I end up drawing is made by Sunny, and his name is Isaac. He's 19, likes to listen to music and read. He is a silent guy, or a quiet guy. He's very introverted and doesn't have a lot of friends, but for some reason, the ones he does have are super outgoing. Well, I found him very, very, very difficult to draw. Well, not difficult, but I draw characters like him all the time. However, I was trying to find some type of inspiration. I was struggling for some reason till I hit the, hey, how about we draw him listening to music vibe-ish thing, but very nervous in class or something like that. And I just rolled with that idea because I do that a lot. So I ended up doing pretty much a bust work, and I was obsessed with the shirt. So here you see me doing a little bit of line art. Is this line art? I'm not sure if this is line art. We'll figure that out later. But had a hard time also trying to make him look masculine but also feminine at the same time, because his hair is super duper long, and in general men with longer hair do end up looking a little bit more feminine. However, I still want him to have more of a masculine side because he is a male. So I wanted, or he is a guy, right? Maybe not male. I shouldn't assume someone's gender, huh? Anyways, I really was struggling quite a bit with his hair. I don't know why. I don't know how. I draw hair like this all the time, but for some reason I struggled. But the whole idea of this painting was pretty much him being super duper nervous while he's in class or talking to other people. He is 19, so I'm assuming he is either a senior in high school, or he already graduated, or he is graduated or going to college, or he's not even going to school, or he's just talking to people. But I really wanted to, I don't know, I just struggled a little bit. I did struggle a little bit drawing his hair, but ended up coloring was never a big problem. Eyes wise or anything else wise, this was more of a sketchy kind of feeling art piece, which I kind of hope the person who made the OC Sunny doesn't mind that I did end up doing it a little more sketchy or a little messy. But it was really late at night, and I kind of just, it was like 3 a.m. when I was drawing this, and I kind of just wanted to make it more sketchy and more loose, because I feel like he has such an uptight character. How I drew him was super uptight. So I kind of just wanted to roll with it. So, try not to get off topic too much, but how is everybody's summers going? School just ended for me on Friday. So I haven't been in school for a couple days now, and I'm kind of enjoying it, just drawing all the time and really talking to more people and learning more about art myself. I hope that is working out I hope everybody else's summer is going as well as mine. It's been like 3 days. But here I am. You're probably wondering what is going on in the background. It looks absolutely horrendous. Well, because it is. I'm erasing everything. But I wanted to see how much I can make him look like overwhelmed a bit. So those are just like our thought bubbles and everything like that. And yeah, pretty much that's it. That is Isaac. Thank you, Sunny, so much for submitting him. I enjoyed drawing him. And on to the next OC. Our next OC was made by Smudge. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. And her name's Melanie. Melanie is a single child. She and her parents moved from Puerto Rico when she was 10, and on one of the first days that they went to a party where there was a DJ, and she fell in love with DJing immediately. This is a tongue twister. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying this, but this is like the 4th time re-saying it, so we're rolling with it. So pretty much, I kind of had a giant idea with this character. I was just like, oh my god, she loves DJing. We need to have her listening to music or doing something. And then I fell asleep. I started sketching about 4 a.m. and I just went to bed. And I kind of lost the idea or train of thought of my sketch. So I kind of had to go back to the roots and rewatched my like speed paint and like, oh my gosh, now I understand why right? So pretty much Melanie is such an interesting character. Her color palette is so there. It's so, I don't know. But let's talk more about this character and how much I actually find her really interesting. She is in her 20s and she's doing DJing. That is so cool. But I had no problem with doing her line art. Usually I'm like, oh my god, line art is a pain in the butt. Other than the eyes. The eyes kind of were a little bit something else. But her line art was easier and I didn't really have too much struggle. Not struggling too much. But I really was so it just flowed out of me for this one. This one really flowed and worked really well. I usually don't draw or paint people with purple hair, and for some reason I figured it out real quick. Really quick. I really loved how she wore mascara. Well, not mascara. Whoops. How she had eyeshadow and how she was just a very interesting character to draw. I did have a little bit of a hard time with trying to figure out the background, which is like we're not even there yet, so let's not talk about that. But she was just very an interesting character to draw. I did do some stuff backwards. So I did the overpainting of her hair really early, which I usually do all that stuff later on. Well, I usually do all flat colors, and then I move on to shading and doing silly things, you know, and then I go overpainting, and that's usually like all the final stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's all done. But that's not how I went. I was really interested in doing her hair super duper bad, so I just ran with it. I did a lot of blacks, which I don't usually do black in most hairs, so I don't know what really gave in, because I feel black is such a bold color, but I feel like she was such a bold character that it kind of worked. So pretty much I had to break a rule. Usually when I draw your OCs or I draw a character, I usually just like color pick, but her colors were so saturated from the color picking that I had to desaturate it, or it would look really weird and very odd. But I guess I can talk about the idea of the painting or drawing, that she is pretty much puffing out colors. But that's it. That is Melanie. I really enjoyed drawing her. Thank you so much for submitting her, Smudge. I really enjoyed drawing her. Our last OC is Carolina. She's made by flower.cxxcie. I don't want to mess up your name, so I'm just going to spell it. She's shy and kind of exciting person type. She thinks she's always right. She's a kind of childish character, and she always has her plushie with her. She's 20, and she's kind of cute, but kind of hides traumatic events. Anyways, this one is definitely my favorite by all of them. I was super inspired about how she cries a lot. I don't know why or how, it really just it popped in my head. I was like, oh my god, she cries a lot. How about we just make her cry? I feel like I've always been a person that likes to draw very emotional pieces, so I feel like her crying with her little plushie is definitely an idea and definitely something I'm going to roll with. I didn't have much troubles with this drawing, but she did much troubles, but I do have a little thing. I cannot draw animals very well. I'm definitely hoping my channel, as I grow as an artist, I can draw more animals, but her plushie really kind of killed me. It didn't throw me off or too much, but I did have to sketch over and over again a couple times on a different canvas to try and understand it. But I did ignore the composition of this because it's completely mirrored. So technically it's saying she's facing to your right. However, in the end painting, she's facing the left, which is just because of my video editor and how it just ended up working. But I will have to say, I love her accessories. I love her earrings so much. Those bow earrings. I want a pair so bad. I will commission someone to draw me, make me those earrings. I will be wearing them every single day. They are so cute, and it's kind of my style. But I don't usually draw characters that are super pastel-y. I draw more desaturated characters. So this was definitely a big change. Her hair, I didn't really have any too many big problems. If I'm going to tell you the order of which ones I drew Carolina first, and then I drew Kaz, and then I also drew Melanie, and then I drew brain fart, Isaac. So that's how I ended up drawing all of them. So I was super duper inspired in the beginning. I try to draw my best for all these guys, and I try to draw their characters the best of my abilities, and I think it worked out. But I was definitely inspired by that cute little heart purse that Caroline has and her little bunny ears. Just pretty much everything. I was really inspired at the time. It was also like 3 p.m. You know, it's still in the day. I ended up drawing for about an equal 20 hours on all these drawings. Maybe not 20, but about 15-ish. And I will say I'm very proud of myself and how I pushed myself to keep going and really keep going. Because I usually can finish an art piece, but it usually takes a couple days because I get tired and I don't want to draw it forever. But in the end, I really pushed myself, and I'm very proud of myself. I also wanted to, my goal for this video, ignore this, I was streaming. I really wanted to push myself with dark and light values. So I really pushed on a purple dark value in this painting. So you'll see that in and out, it kind of has that vibe that, but yeah. In the initial OC picture, which I'll have on the side where you can see them right in the side, right next to the speed paint, her eyes are super duper shiny and super duper anime, which is super duper cool, and I love that in the OC. But I usually draw really duller eyes or super simple eyes, or simple. But I did have a little bit of fun with her eyes, and I really did enjoy that part. Ignore the little pink and teal thing, I think, on the eyelashes. I think I changed that to this hair color. I do end up changing a lot of my pieces and my art later on through the times I'm doing it. You know, like I'll say, oh my gosh, I need to put that blue and that pink on this eyelashes, and then later on I look at that and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? And I change it. So I do that a lot. I usually second guess a lot of my art pieces, and I feel like I do that in a good way. So yeah. This is the longest speed paint, so I guess I can go on and just babble a little bit. So this is my very first YouTube video that I've done ever, and I've always wondered how people can keep going and doing this and being passionate about the things they love and putting it on the internet and being afraid of hate comments and just people in general, because people can be very hateful. And that's sorry if you hear anything in the background. My mom's making food. But anything that really, I'm excited to push myself for a new journey. But if you guys have any tips or anything to critique me and do feedback with me, I am more than willing to listen. I am very happy with feedback because I am an artist and I am also a teenager learning about art and learning more and exploring. I did want to make a platform and really push myself on social media, so when I'm in my 20s trying to survive, it's not so hard. But I guess I can talk more about the painting now. If you realize why she's crying, her little plushie thing ripped. I was so sad, but like it was such a cute idea, and I ended up doing that. But her plushie was it's so cute, but I'm so sorry for destroying it. Yeah. So right now I'm doing some overpainting. I really flourished in this overpainting here. I feel like the hair, just all the colors really cohesed together and really pushed. And then I just don't know, but I feel like I ate this up and left no crumbs. That is how I'm going to feel. And here I am doing the scariest part of the drawing that I had the most fun with, is the shadows. It looks really messy, but like you kind of lose, you have to lower the opacity and like do a little bit more overpainting over it, and just, yeah. And then I do the cutesy parts, which I fell in love with the green, like the purse, like the green candy thing. So I kind of wanted to do that for the like lighting. It worked. Super happy that I did end up using that green because it really pushed that lighting to its fullest. So here I am doing finishing touches, blah 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 blah. Please comment what's your favorite candy, because she's making me think about like Laffy Taffies or something. I don't know. I don't know. I might be just hungry. But I really enjoyed this piece. I will have to say I'm very thankful for the people that did submit their OCs. I had a lot more people. I'm going to say a lot for me is about 15 people did like hit me up on Discord and say, hey, but thank you so much for submitting your OC flower. And here are all the paintings combined. Before I let you guys go, this is the end of the video, I did want to let you know how you could get a request of me drawing you your OC. First, do hashtag drawurocjenaecreates. And also, I do have a Discord that will pop up any second now. And I'll add you to a Discord server for you to send. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And here are some of my socials. They're all JenaeCreates. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you for creating with me. I'll see you guys next Tuesday.